Class 13. The time to change how we act is now. Namaste and welcome to Class 13 in my weekly live streamed meditation class in the yogic tradition. The time to act is now. Balance and the quiet mind. The karma of the earth has changed and moved on, and so have we. The planets are speaking to us this week of changing cosmic forces and showing us, those of us who have been called, that we're out of a period of transformation and now we're metamorphosing. Life is happening, and we need to get on with it now by changing and expanding our concepts of what we can achieve and how we do it by walking the divine path. Over the last few weeks, we've been working in our practice on achieving balance, accelerating our spiritual vision so we can listen to divine communication. We need to learn to listen to the planets, our cosmic forces, telling us of changes with what we like and what we do to get it. We're slowing down for regrouping and regeneration. And thanks to Rick Levine, astrologer Rick Levine at Planet Pulse, for his interpretation, which I've used in my teaching today. One thing I've had to listen to over the last few months is communication from the Divine Mother, and specifically, energetically, from the earth and nature. So we'll be talking about the power of nature and the sacred feminine. And one thing I absolutely believe is that if we are sincere in saving our planet, we need our own inner balance. To balance the earth, we stabilize ourselves and our projections onto us. You can revert to class 12, last week's class, for letting go of projections. So we need quiet in the mind and we need practice, and then we can live from our own wisdom. In class today then, we have sitting dedication and intention, and a review of attaining our sitting posture. Meditation is colour visualizations on strengthening wisdom energies, the guru within, followed by the practice of the Four Noble Truths. And satsang on my teaching of the simplicity of divinity and the time to change how we act is now. As usual, I'd encourage you to watch the practice guidance video and also the introductory class if you haven't already, here on my channel. Namaste. Enjoy. Susan. Dedicating our practice and setting our intention for practice in sitting. We'll start today in the sitting position, and you can adopt a comfortable, easy cross-leg meditation position if you're happy with that. The posture of perfection if you can, on the floor, on your mat, or on the sofa, couch or bed, and propped up if that's what suits you, and if you know by now that this is the position that suits you. Dedicating our practice. And now bringing the hands to the prayer position at the heart. Prayer mudra or Anjali mudra. This mudra neutralizing the positive, masculine and negative feminine sides of the body. So pressing the flesh of the palms of the two hands together in the prayer position at the heart. Connecting the two hemispheres of the brain physically and bringing them into balance. Spiritually and energetically, we're uniting the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the ultimate divine and the Mother, to honour our practice today. Eyes can be closed now, or gazing down at the tip of the nose in the restful position for the eyes and the mind. Taking a few moments now to dedicate your practice. And setting our intention. For a couple of minutes now, sitting in your calm, quiet place, relaxed and alert. And focusing now on the intention for your practice today, or your practice for the next period of time. So whether it's an intention for a spiritual practice, for healing, for a change in your life, change the world, healing of the world. This is entirely up to you, as your meditation is your personal, private practice. Bringing your awareness back to your breathing again, being aware of how you're breathing, being aware of how your body feels, bringing attention back to your body and the space you're in physically at the moment. Breathing normally, relaxing in your posture, relaxing in your space, and we'll prepare for the practice in today's class. The foundation for your meditation practice is posture and the breath. Attaining the posture. So we're going to attain a meditation posture. We're going to sit in an easy cross-legged position. That can be anywhere. You can be on the couch with your back propped up. You could be sitting on a cushion or a folded or rolled blanket, propping up your tailbone. It doesn't really matter. Just be comfortable and be silent. As we allow time to stand still for a second, we have already begun our meditation practice. You're sitting and I'm teaching you. You're breathing and I'm guiding you. And we've started our meditation. Trying to find your center now somewhere around your navel and get a sense of being grounded in your posture. Sense where you are. You're breathing. Try to be aware of breathing into your center. Your breath is moving within you. So you are in fact constantly in motion, as energy is moving with your breath. Let your breath move down from your center, down through your tailbone as you breathe out, down into the ground, into the earth beneath you. Your breath grounding you as you breathe out. A flowing, grounding breath down through the lower body. And you're still, but breath is moving and flowing. And you are moving into stillness. and finding a quietness within. Finding the stillness. Let your arms rest in your lap, or soft hands can rest on thighs. Palms are soft. You can rest the back of the hands on your knees if you're sitting. If you're reclining, back of the hands rest somewhere around the upper thighs or the groins. Gently touching the tip of the index fingers with the fleshy tips of the thumbs together now on each hand for the meditation mudra. So tip of the right index finger and thumb touching, and tip of the left index finger and left thumb touching. Your arms are resting. Soft hands are resting. Palms are up. Your back is straight. You may be propped up. You're quiet. Another flowing, grounding breath down through the lower abdomen and tailbone as you breathe out. Sitting comfortably now in your quiet place. Gazing down at the tip of your nose is very restful for the eyes and the mind. And eyes can be closed if you're comfortable with that. Now, as you bring the breath down deeper into your body, allow your mind to follow the breath and look within with inner eyes, as if you're gazing within with the back of the eyes, allowing thoughts to come and go, softening your mind. Your attention is on your breath. Letting movement gradually diminish, stilling down, allowing movement to come to rest. Gently lift with the crown of the head as you breathe in. And how is your back? If you feel tension, relax a little. Let your body go a little, relaxing as you breathe out. Your spine can be swaying a little from side to side. Then find the center again. Another round of the breath, breathing in, breathing out, finding the center. Relax your jaws. How is your breath? Find your center somewhere around your navel. Breathing in and breathing out from the center. Your body can move a little bit more now, swaying slightly forward and back, like a heartbeat, and moving into stillness again from the center. Another round of the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breath energy is always flowing. Energy is moving you into stillness. Relaxing into the posture. Breathing. Each in-breath moving up your spine, like a thin line stretching you up. Out breaths flowing down and relaxing you down into the posture. Energy flowing, breath flowing. You are following the breath and allowing thoughts to come and go. Be aware of thoughts. Allow feelings to come and go. Be aware of feelings. Allow senses to come and go. Being aware of sensing and your senses. Simply being aware, watching, releasing, sitting, and this is mindfulness in your practice. Self-awareness does not come from outside you. Your potential is always inside you. There is nothing missing, as there is nothing to start with except potential. Potential for deeper wisdom. Your teacher knows. All you have to do is sit, meditate, sit in stillness or contemplation, and your Buddha nature will awaken. Your divine self will shine through. Your wisdom will shine. A few more rounds of the breath now, and we'll prepare for the Guru Within colour meditations. The Guru Within. The 5 Wisdom Energies Meditations. For your meditation preparation, you'll be sitting in your preferred meditation posture. Or you can be lying down, reclining, if that is what you need. Paying attention to your breathing, as I instructed you in the introductory practice. Sit, be quiet and still, eyes open or closed, and breathe. And as you sit quietly and breathing, I'll introduce you to the wisdom energies, the meditations, the Guru Within. In yoga, we have this beautiful concept for growth, and it's that of cultivating ourselves like a garden. Yogic gardening, or cultivating our senses, qualities, our emotions. So we tend and care for the ground of ourselves, as we're delicate and as full of potential as seeds. And as we blossom and grow in our lives and our practice, co-emergent energies need diligent tending. We make sure to pull out the messiness of the weeds so that the beauty, the light of our flowers, can bloom strongly in fullness. You are a very wise person within. Wisdom is. Your guru or inner wisdom energies are waiting to emerge. And you will gain inner strength and confidence from knowing that you can be in control as you move along the path of your expansion and growth in your spiritual life. All we need to do on a regular basis is grow the strengths and let the weaknesses wither away and die. These simple guided colour meditations in the Guru Within use colour and the opposite poles of light and shadow to help you grow and build your inner confidence in the wise person you really are on the inside. The Guru Within. Now, as I guided you in the meditation instruction, assume your posture, paying attention to your breathing, focusing on your grounding, centering, and sitting quietly now. For each section of the Colour Wisdom Meditations, I'm going to ask you to visualize the colour we use for each part of the meditation. And as I guide you, I'll ask you to strengthen the colours when you encounter feelings and senses of weakness. So, for example, what makes you feel bigger and what makes you feel smaller? An example of wisdom energy would be having a profound sense of spaciousness. And the opposite, weakness, would be getting very absorbed in a small little world. Another wisdom would be seeing the big picture and having a large view. And the corresponding weakness would be being rigid and tight and dogmatic. Awareness on your breath now as you settle deeper into your meditation. And we'll begin with the Buddha energy or the white energy. Visualize your physical body as surrounded by white energy. And for an extra grounding, you can visualize a thin stream of white energy flowing down from the crown of your head, down through your spine, down through your tailbone, down, grounding you, making you feel safe and secure in your meditation practice. Visualizing yourself surrounded by white energy. And I'll guide you through. So, a positive strength would be the profound sense of spaciousness. The negative weakness would be that you're absorbed in a small little world. The positive strength is a sense of just being, without purpose or direction. The negative weakness is that you would be indifferent to other possibilities. Strengthening the white colour of the energy wherever you feel a weakness. The positive strength in your Buddha energy would be a sense of awe or wonder. And the negative weakness, avoiding, ignoring, denying. A positive strength in your wisdom energy would be that you are receptive and inquisitive. The negative weakness would be an underlying anxiety about things just falling apart. The positive strength would be that you are completely accommodating. And the negative weakness would be wanting the predictable, the safe, and the familiar. Focus on your white energy now, strengthening the colour, and reflecting on the positive strengths and the negative weaknesses of your white colour Buddha energy. Bringing your awareness to your breathing again. A couple of deep in-breaths to the centre, and visualising your physical body being surrounded by blue energy. And I will guide you through the positive strengths and the negative weaknesses of the blue wisdom energy. A positive strength of this wisdom would be clarity, a mirror-like wisdom reflecting without bias. And the negative weakness would be that you have strong boundaries and conceptual fixations. So you get fixed on concepts. The positive strength is that you are pacifying and calming, and the corresponding co-emergent negative weakness would be anger. Strengthening the colour blue in your visualization wherever you sense weakness. A positive strength of the blue wisdom energy is seeing the big picture, having the large view, an overall structure and layout for bigger concepts. And the negative weakness would be being rigid and tight, dogmatic and opinionated. The positive strength of the blue wisdom energy is sharpness and clarity of details. The negative weakness is to be overly convoluted and opinionated. The positive strength of the blue wisdom energy is to have an unyielding nature, be indestructible, and be penetrating. And the negative weakness would be to get lost in abstraction, to have an overview without any context. Focusing on strengthening the blue colour wisdom energy now in your visualization. Focusing on your breathing again. A couple of deep, centering breaths. And now visualizing your physical body being surrounded by yellow energy. And I'll guide you through the positive strengths and the negative weaknesses of the yellow wisdom energy. A positive wisdom would be to have profound equanimity, to feel full and satisfied. And the negative weakness would be to be full of pride and arrogance. The positive strength of the yellow wisdom energy is to have a sense of well-being. And the negative weakness is to be territorial and possessive. Focus on strengthening the yellow color of the energy in your visualization wherever you feel you need to. A positive strength of the yellow wisdom energy is to have a sense of abundance, to be rich and earthy. And the negative weakness is to be greedy, needy, and hungry. The positive strength is to be appreciating of all beings and all things. And the negative weaknesses would to be obsessed with consuming possessions, experiences, ideas, and people. And the positive strength is to be generous and nurturing. And the negative weakness is to be suffocating and oppressive. And focus on strengthening the yellow color wisdom energy in your visualization now. Focusing on your breathing again. A couple of deep in-breaths to the center, centering you. And visualizing your physical body as surrounded by the color red for the red wisdom energy. I'll guide you through the positive strengths and the negative weaknesses of the red wisdom energy. Strengthening the color red wherever you sense that you need to in your visualization. The positive strength would be an intuitive knowing and a fine sense of discriminating. The negative weakness is to be overly passionate, to have overly intense desires and obsessive clinging. The positive strength is to have a delight in intimate connections. And the negative weakness is to be continually broken-hearted. Strengthening the red wisdom energy wherever you sense you need to in your visualization. Another positive strength of the red wisdom energy is experiencing the intensity of the present moment. And the negative weakness is to always see life as bittersweet, sentimental and romantic. The positive strength would be to sense or feel an inherent wholesomeness and goodness, and the negative weakness would be to feel or sense that the world is too unstable or too intense, and so it is unsatisfying. The positive strength is to empathize, draw out and engage deeply with people. And the negative weakness is to long for intimacy and contact and then push it away. The positive strength in the red wisdom energy would be to have a sense of pleasure and promise that magnetizes and inspires communication. And the negative weaknesses would be to hate to miss out on any source of pleasure and excitement, but always being afraid of getting hurt. And focusing on strengthening your red wisdom energy now in your visualization, wherever you sense you need to. Focusing on your breathing again and taking a couple of deep, centering in breaths. And visualizing now your physical body being surrounded by green, and this is for the karma or the green wisdom energy. I will guide you through the positive strengths and the negative weaknesses of the green karma wisdom energy. The positive strength would be all-encompassing action with benevolent intentions. And the negative weaknesses would be to be restless and speedy, and needing to be busy. The positive strength would be that you feel synchronized with the world and in harmony with all activity. And the negative weakness would be to be ambitious, competitive, and power hungry. Strengthening the green karma energy wherever you sense you need to in your visualization. positive strength is to accomplish effortlessly, without obstruction. And the negative weakness would be to be jealous and envious. The positive strength in this wisdom energy is that your actions can be light as a feather or as forceful as a hammer. And the negative weakness is to have a sense of insecurity and paranoia. The positive strength is that your actions are timely and appropriate, efficient and skillful. And the negative weakness is to fear failure. The positive strength in this energy is to be confident and at ease with your abilities. And the negative weakness is to have anxiety that others will get the upper hand. The positive strength in the karma green wisdom energy is to project power and potency. And the negative weaknesses are to manipulate and control, to be potentially violent and destructive. And sitting with this for a little while now, strengthening the green wisdom energy where you sense you need to in your visualization. Before we move on to the final meditation. Sitting in your quiet, still place now, as we prepare for the next meditation. But if you do want to come back to full alertness and awareness now, focusing on your breathing again, taking a couple of deep in-breaths down to the center, bringing energy back to the body and the mind following meditation. A couple of rounds of the breath, and as you breathe in, breathing in energy, gently opening your eyes, bringing your gaze and your focus back into your space. And sit quietly in your space for as long as you wish to. Namaste. Cultivating the attitudes of a spacious heart. Meditation. Assuming whichever meditation posture is going to suit you for your practice. You are a wise and loving being. Nothing is missing, as the Zen master Lin Chi said. Your loving wisdom is already within you, just waiting to be experienced. In this meditation, we practice radiating out the four noblest qualities of the mind into the universe for the benefit of all living creatures. And this meditation has been practiced for about 2,500 years or so. This is a very special meditation which cultivates friendliness, compassion, joy, and peace of mind. It helps us grow and develop our inner confidence. It develops a spacious heart. Sitting comfortably in your quiet place now. Soften your mind and bring your attention to your breathing. Gazing down at the tip of your nose is very restful for the eyes and the mind. Of course, if you're comfortable with closing your eyes, then close your eyes. Now, as you bring the breath down deeper into your body, allow your mind to follow the breath and look within with inner eyes, as if you're gazing within with the back of the eyes. Awareness on your breathing, allowing thoughts to come and go. Breathing, softening your mind, allowing thoughts to come and go. A flowing, grounding breath. As you breathe out, allowing the breath to flow down, grounding you for your practice. Allowing all movement to come to rest in your posture. Awareness is on the breath and your breathing. And we'll bring awareness now to the 4 noblest of qualities. May all beings be happy. May all beings be filled with joy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings know peace. And repeat quietly to yourself now as I guide you. May all beings be happy. May all beings be filled with joy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings know peace. And repeating again to yourself quietly in your meditation. and reflecting on the benefits of these qualities for a minute or so now in your meditation. And visualizing the center of your heart opening. In your heart center is a steadily burning flame. Your heart light is radiating out, a vast and limitless outpouring of love and tenderness to yourself and all beings. This freely flowing radiation of love is transformative. Allow it to transform you, your life, and the world. Bringing your attention back to the breath. Being more aware of your breathing again. Before we return to full awareness, making your breathing deeper, breathing into your center again, centering yourself after your meditation, bringing your gaze and your focus back into your space. And sitting in your still, quiet space now for as long as you wish. And practice regularly to expand and grow and build your inner confidence in your practice. And we've reached the satsang part of the class. The time to change how we act is now, with the simplicity of divinity. Your preparation is as usual. Please adopt any comfortable position that you know you can maintain for your contemplation for the 10 minutes or so that we're in satsang in the class today. The time to change how we act is now, with the simplicity of divinity. And this is my teaching in how we do that. Over the last few weeks in my weekly meditation classes on my YouTube channel, I've been teaching about accelerating our spiritual vision so that we can live with divine communication in our lives. And now it's time for the teaching in why we're doing this, and the fact that the time to change how we act is now, we need to be getting on with that. The apparent conundrum being that we listen, regroup, and regenerate. For those of us who've been called, living on the divine path is changing now, and my own calling is to teach you how to open spiritually, how to open up spiritually, and to work with direct divine communication through our yoga meditation practice. Personally, I do think that the last 20 to 25 years have been years of transformation for many of us. Now we're in a phase of metamorphosing, when those of us who have been called need to get on with it, need to get on with walking the divine path, which means we need to do this for ourselves in our daily lives. Why we're doing this is because we know we're the sensitive ones who believe in the mystery, in balance, in our own divinity, and the living energies of the universe. We know those living energies are out of balance, and this can and probably will affect our future on this planet. Energies and awareness are changing right now, as in our awareness, both individual and collective, about what you like and what you do to get it. The Earth's karma has changed and moved on, and so has ours. We're raising our consciousness very definitely to a new level. And there is a turning point this week. The planets are giving us cosmic information. This means many of us may change our view of what matters the most. As we're aware of our masculine drives, what we do to get what we want, and our need for deep regeneration, transformation isn't enough anymore. Our planet needs us to regenerate ourselves, move into a new cycle, and we're turning now, this week, into a phase where we regroup and reassess. Obviously, this will take quiet time and contemplation. Finding the right starting point can be tricky, so keeping it simple is essential. Complications are difficult to manage at the moment as our energy slows down. Grounding our thoughts helps. Confidence grows with inner growth, so inner focus is important. Less talking the talk as in the past. Practice being quiet within your mind. Have reverence for the simplicity of divinity. So these are steps, simple steps, to make the mind-body a more comfortable place for the spirit to dwell at this turning point. Time. Increasing the amount of time every day spent in silence gives the body-mind a rest from responding to the stimulation of the outside world and life in general, and so the spirit is at ease. Turn within. Whilst we don't have to respond to anything on the outside, silence allows us to be able to turn within, to go into our own inner space, our own world of spirit on the inside. Relax. Silence may be difficult to find, but just as relaxation is cumulative, And you can build up the amount of time you spend relaxing. So you can build up the amount of time you spend in silence. Enjoy peace. Managing 10 minutes at first may be difficult for you, as it was for me when I first started meditating. Build it up. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, until you can manage 30 minutes at a stretch. Until you can manage, say, a 30-minute walk in silence and peace and enjoy it, benefiting from the space you can give yourself. Where is it? Ask yourself, where will you get silence freely? And how can you make it in your life? Harmony. Harmony comes from within, when the inner world and the outer world are at ease with each other. Eventually you will be able to experience a new sense of peace, harmony and well-being. Being happier with yourself, happier in your body-mind, more accepting of yourself, and your spirit will be more freely at ease. Balance. And balance is what happens when you know in your heart something is right. And spending a little time now in your own contemplation. And focusing on your breath and your breathing again now to bring your awareness back. Namaste, Susan. And now we've reached the part in the class for final Shavasana, deep relaxation. Going to the sweet spot, that place where practice can settle in to your mind and your body. We'll end our practice with Shavasana, deep relaxation, surrendering to the flow. Surrendering the body-mind to the earth now. So we're lying on our backs, full length on the mat or the bed. And for beginners or people with lower back issues, pillows and cushions under the knees for support. And of course using blankets if you need them to keep warm. We'll relax more into the floor the ground, the bed, by bringing the shoulders and the shoulder blades down into your mat, your blanket, your bed, by making a fist, breathing out, turning the fist over, breathe in, big in-breath to the chest, breathe out, pull down with the fists, bringing the shoulders low. Deep inhale. As you exhale, breathe out, relax the fist, turning the hands over, so back of the hands resting on the floor or the mat, half a foot or so from the sides of the body, chest spreading open to receive prana, soft palms, palms are up. Settling the shoulders and the shoulder blades down into the mat, down into the floor or the bed. You can raise the chest, arch the spine, squeeze the shoulder blades together, relax and replace the shoulder blades down into the mat or the bed, and it's as if the sides of your body are dripping down into the mat. Flesh surrendering. Your body surrendering down into the earth. Grounding yourself down, grounding down into the earth. Feeling the support of the planet, of the earth beneath your body. The planet that supports and sustains us and nurtures us. Surrendering to this support. Feeling softness in the palms of your hands. Feeling softness in the skin in the palms of your hands. Palms of the hands, skin feeling soft. And feeling so soft, there is a softness and submissiveness. A surrender in the skin of the palms of your hands. Allowing the softness to flow up through your skin. Flowing up, through skin towards your heart. Bringing a softness to your heart. And allowing yourself to breathe in the sun. Breathing sun into the heart, energy of the sun, golden rays of the sun, warmth of the sun, breathing into your heart. Bringing a joy to the heart. Bringing the gentle healing of surrender and joy following your practice. Practice settling into your body-mind. And spending a couple of minutes now deep in your relaxation, breathing in softness, breathing in warmth, golden rays of prana, breathing in joy and healing to the heart. Focusing on your breathing again. Every time you breathe with each cycle of breath, breathing in, breathing out, focusing on the in-breath. Taking each in-breath down to your center, down to your solar plexus, down to the navel center. Breathing into the center, breath bringing energy back to the body and the mind. So a couple of deep in-breaths. Every time you breathe, breathing in deeply to the center, bringing energy back. Breath bringing energy back, more alert and more aware with each in-breath. On the next in-breath, rolling over onto your right-hand side or turning slightly to the right if you've been propped up or in sitting. A couple of breaths to bring energy back. And then opening your eyes to bring your gaze and your focus back into your room or your space. A couple of deep in-breaths. And then, when you feel ready to, in your own time, gently bringing yourself back into an upright sitting position. If you would like to go to sleep now or relax for the rest of your day, then this can be the end of your class, and namaste. For those of us who need to carry on with our day and interact with the outside world, we'll finish our practice now with a yoga sealing breath for energetic closure. Now for our closing practice of the class, a yoga sealing breath. So we'll close with a sealing breath, the sealing breath with moon arms, and a final namaste, meaning I honour the spirit that dwells within you. For the sealing breath, we're in sitting, and hands are at the prayer position at the heart, namaste hands. And we're going to take a couple of centering breaths with moon arms to seal energy within. Deep inhale. Exhale and point the fingers down to the earth, straighten the arms. Big inhale, turn palms up and sweep the hands and arms out to the sides of your body and up in a big moon circle until palms meet above the head. Pause. Long, slow exhale, hands come down to crown chakra, the forehead, then the throat and the heart. Prayer hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer mudra at the heart. Inhale and pause. Breathing normally. We'll go one more time. Big inhale. Exhale, point the fingers down to the earth, straighten the arms. Big inhale, turn palms up. Sweep the hands and arms out to the sides of your body and up in a big moon circle. Palms meet above the head. Pause. Long, slow exhale. Hands come down to crown chakra, then the forehead, then the throat and the heart. Prayer hands in Anjali Mudra. Inhale and pause. Exhale. Fingers point down. Hands down to the solar plexus, down to the base chakra. Normal breathing. Out breaths flowing down through the base chakra with each round of the breath. So inhale, exhale. As you breathe out, breath flows down through the base chakra. The breath has sealed your energy in. Straighten your arms. On the next exhale, breath flows down through the lower abdomen, down to the earth, grounding you for the rest of the day. Breathing normally. Prayer hands to the heart. That's the end of our practice. Namaste.